Tuesday, September 16th, we're at Glenwild. Up here in the front, we came through this bed and cut back the cat mint, and then cut just all the dead out of this bush. Cleaned up the irises and lilies, cut down some catmint that was needing it, cleaned out the irises and all of that. And then the lilies, just cleaned them up and got all the dead out of them. And then trimmed these trees back just a little bit per request. And then cleaned up just anything throughout this bed. And then over here, we cut down just like sticking up stuff, just like sticks. And then cleaned the mulch and ruffled, and then deadheaded all along in here. Cleaned out the weeds up in here. Yeah, and cleaned up all in here, and then cut out just the stuff that was tipping over here. But that's it for this front entrance. And the roundabout, we cut down the dead yarrow, deadheaded throughout here, and cleaned up the lilies. They're starting to get eaten by the deer, but looks really good throughout here. And yeah, just made everything just look like it was thriving, even though some things are not. But yeah, that's that for that circle. I headed all of the planters. They look really good. This bed right here looks amazing. Just came in and deadheaded a couple things in there, and then cleaned out the iris. But yeah, the planters look really, really good. But yeah, that's it for this top here, and just cleaned up leaves, ruffled, and then same thing right here. More leaves have fallen, but cleaned up the leaves, and then all of these we cleaned up. Bed, just cleaned up the lilies and fluffed the soil, and irises too. Deadheaded the planters, cleaned up all in here and ruffled the soil. And then we actually cut down some of this because it was dripping over onto these bucket Susans. So tied that up, anchored it. But yeah, everything looks really good. And then the tea box we just went through contained the mint and deadheaded throughout and cut down some of the salvia, but not all. Just a couple pieces looked bad. But then in here, cleaned this. Trimmed this up and ruffled. This planter. And for the pool, we came in here, fluffed, cleaned out debris, planters, deadheaded those. And then really just cleaned out the irises and lilies down here. They all needed to be just taken care of, so got that all done back in here. In this back corner, we contained the mint and cleaned up debris. Same thing over here, just debris and cutting down dead. And then we came along this side and cleaned up all just the random weeds and grasses throughout here, and then cleaned up on this side by the patio. So looking really, really nice. That poor hosta was doing so well, and the deer came and ate it. And then we cleaned up all the pine cones and everything under this tree.